Today's Mac tip is one that you might be able to use right away in some of your classes. So one of the things that we like to do often is share something for our students to read from the web, but we know the web has a lot of different pieces like moving video parts on a site, different kinds of indents and text boxes and layout of text. And this can be a good thing and it can be appealing to the eye. It can also be distracting and difficult, particularly for those who might be using a screen reader or something like that to read the content on their device. So one of the things that you can do in any browser actually, but it's built in Safari, so I'm going to show it in Safari right now, is put a site in what's called Reader View to make it easier to view. You can do this on our Northfield Schools site, but it doesn't have the kind of content that we might want to do that for. It'd be more likely to use on something like a news site. I'm going to go to the Star Tribune and just look at their homepage. So when I open up the Star Tribune homepage, you see that I have lots of different articles to go to. If I were going to share one of these articles with my students, I would just open it up and choose this one about the Olympics. Now I have this article, and if I want my students to read it, that's great. I can just share this URL, but I also might want to take out some of the ads and the side links that clutter up the page. In Safari, at the top of the URL bar, there's a couple of things you can do. You can add a site to your reading list. That will populate over here on the side for you to come back to later. If you click this little button, I can get rid of that. That's the little plus that does that. You can also use this little icon of some lines to make it a text reader view. So when I click on that, what it does is pulls up this nice clean version of this article. So I've gotten rid of all of the ads and moving parts on the page. And I can share exactly this with my students. So there are two ways to do that. Once I have a reader view and it looks nice, I can go to my file menu and then I can either export it as a PDF and save it on my computer, or another option which works in other applications that might not have this export as PDF choice, you can just go to print this, and instead of printing, so when my print comes up and it says it wants to print to the district office workroom, I'm going to go down here to the PDF menu and say save as a PDF. I can open it in preview to add marks and whatnot, but I just want to save it for now. Save as a PDF. It brings up my computer, places where I can store my content. And so I could give it a new title. I'm just going to keep it as it is for now. I'm going to put it on my desktop so it's easy to find. And then I'm going to save it. So when I save, now if I minimize and go to my desktop, somewhere here, right here is that article. So when I open that up, I've got my nice clean view and I can share this file with students or any others who I would like to read this article as opposed to the website with all of the clutter. Now it works for a screen reader for anyone who uses that service, and it might limit the distractions that students would see on the website. Use this for nice sharing of any sort of article. I hope this has been helpful. Again, that's using the Safari reader view, and then you can share, highlight, mark up as needed with the PDF that you get from it.